This is probably one of the most underrated movie tie-in games that I've ever seen, and that is Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. When you think about this era of gaming, you know, the original Xbox and the PS2 and all that, everybody's like, oh, Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2. But rarely does anybody talk about Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, or another game that I personally loved a ton back in the day, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which we'll probably talk about that in a following episode of this series. But today, I seriously wanted to hone in on Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, because compared to any other Star Wars game, this one is easily the most underrated, the most overlooked, the most overshadowed, and it genuinely makes me sad. Movie tie-in games and tie-in games in general definitely have a bit of a so-so reputation, especially the ones that came out back, you know, during this generation. Personally, I've always really liked tie-in games. That's just, I don't know, that's how I am, okay? I like playing the Space Chimps tie-in game. I like the Monsters vs. Aliens tie-in game. I like the Finding Nemo, the Cars, the Ratatouille, the Shark Tales. Any of those tie-in games, I genuinely enjoy them. That being said, no surprise, I adore Star Wars Episode 3, so the best way I could explain this game, I mean, you've probably seen Star Wars Episode 3 at this point, right? So, you know, I'm still gonna try to filter out the spoilers just so I don't spoil anything too crazy for you guys, but all I'm gonna say is that it follows the events of the movie pretty closely and almost to a T. There is a few differences because this game was being made before the final script of the movie was finished, so you're gonna notice a few differences here and there, like, hey, that didn't happen in the movie, or hey, that's happening in a different way than it happened in the movie. So there's a few of those differences, but it's nothing too monumental, nothing that like changes the story to like a drastic extent. But basically, you're going through this game and think like, oh, I don't know, like Dante's Inferno or the original God of War. Like, yeah, it's one of those. It's almost like a hack and slash lightsaber game. And as you go through the levels, you know, you're picking up like your level up point things, and you're able to like level up your characters and get all sorts of new abilities and combos. Because rather than this just being like a mindless button mashy hack and slash, which if it was just that, I mean, I probably still would have included it in this video just because I'm a sucker for Star Wars, but this game takes it a step further, and there's like this whole in-depth combo system, and there's different combos you can unlock, and different abilities you can unlock, and different ways to combine different abilities and combos to like deal out as much damage as possible. And the enemies in this game are actually really smart, because if you try to hit them with the same combo time after time after time, they're gonna start blocking, they're gonna start adapting to it, which forces you to, you know, like switch up your strategy, try different combos, try different abilities, try different force tactics. Not to mention the fact that there's also like bonus missions in the game, which allows you to play like certain events from other movies. The first one that comes to my mind is you can actually like play through the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight from A New Hope. Oh, and there's also one cool little thing that I'm not gonna spoil, but let's just say that while the normal ending of this game does follow the movie to a T, once you beat the game, you unlock a fun little alternate ending Easter egg, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's definitely something that you should just experience for yourself. Don't even look up any videos of it. Go play this game first and experience it for yourself firsthand, because it is worth it. Not to mention the fact that in this game, you actually get to play through the legendary battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Sure, the LEGO games have also done that, and you've been able to play through it in those games, but like this, you know, it's more of a realistic adaptation, I guess, where it tries to be as close as possible to the movie, and I'm just gonna say it absolutely nails it.